A lot of people ask me where to start. They want to get into Solomonic magic. They want to evoke spirits, but they don't want to do anything that might be too dangerous. And this is normally the book that I recommend, The 72 Angels of Magick. It's a lovely, really safe, very interesting and incredibly powerful system. And I owe a great debt of gratitude to Damon and to the Gallery of Magick for their books. They have... Well, I guess I wouldn't have got into Solomonic magic in the way that I have if it hadn't been for them. So yeah, this is a big recommendation. You can see that I've got both versions, and I wanted to go over both of them with you for a second. I absolutely recommend the Kindle edition. Absolutely, for several reasons that I'll show you in a second. First of all, let me open up this this paperback edition. A lot of people like to have a paper copy, but as you can see, it's print on demand, and the quality is, well, it's the information on a piece of paper rather than on a screen. Really, no more, no less. It's a very nice, large book. It's it's the format is large, but the first thing that I'd like to show you is that, as you can see, these fantastic sigils, which are, for me, one of the main reasons to get this. Here we go. Sorry about this. Let's find you some an equivalent sigil on the Kindle edition. You'll see that the central part here, the actual sigil of the angel, is in red. And here, all of the angel's sigils are just in black and white. Naturally, it's print on demand, and it's relatively cheap, although it is twice the price of the Kindle edition. And so it's recommended that you go over each of the sigils in red ink, or that you imagine that it's in red as you're going through the ritual. So that's, for me, that's definitely a point for the Kindle edition. What I would say is that if you've got the paper, the hard copy, then it's easier to go through the attributes of each angel, the powers of each angel, because there's no index, unfortunately. You have to actually go page by page to find the effect that you're after, right? Be under no illusion, this is low magic. This is for changing one's circumstances. This is for affecting the physical material world. It works in a slightly different way than what you might be used to if you're used to working with demons. Demons tend to just change the world for you. Angels tend to give you opportunities to change in a way that will produce the effects that you want in a long-lasting and sustainable way. Yeah, I would say that the effects are very powerful, very strong, but also very beneficial for you. They help you to change in positive, helpful ways. Right. What are the 72 angels? They are the 72 angels of the Shem HaMeforash. Shem HaMeforash is a concept that I'd like to get into in one of my Esoteric Saturdays videos, so I won't go over them immediately. What I will say, however, is that while these descriptions are very accurate, very verbose and interesting, it's also worth finding out the traditional attribution for each angel, and you can find those simply online, and you can also find them in Stephen Skinner's both of Stephen Skinner's volumes, the Complete Magician's Tables, and also Goetia of Dr. Rudd. The same table appears in both. In the Goetia, it's on page 405, and in here in the Magician's tables, it's on page. Yep, it starts on page 50. So it's exactly the same table, and it goes on for several pages in exactly the same way. Those much shorter descriptions, but nevertheless they might give you additional information on top of what's written over here. And I found that the information, the traditional information, is sometimes more accurate, in fact, than the explanations that are given in the 72 Angels book. However, what you don't get anywhere else is the method and these extraordinary sigils and the sigil for evoking them in the first place through the angel Raziel. It's really fantastic. It's just anyone can do it, right? A lot of Solomonic magic involves very expensive materia. It involves days or months even of preparation and so on. This is something that anyone can do. You have to start on a Thursday, end on a Sunday, and do it for 11 days in a row, and that's it. All you have to have is a copy of the manual, and it just works. It just works. So yeah, a very strong recommendation from me, particularly if this is something you're quite new to. But I think that if it's something that you're quite adept with, if you've been doing Solomonic magic for quite a while, I can still recommend picking up a copy of this. It's only $7, something along those lines. It's incredibly cheap. There may be some tips and tricks that can further help with your own practice. So those are my thoughts, guys. If you've had any experiences with the Gallery of Magic, do leave a comment down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. It really helps my channel, and to subscribe if you haven't already. Once again, that really helps the channel in a way that very little else does. And thanks ever so much for watching. As usual, take great care of yourselves, and see you very soon.